Hey, spiritual superstars, come on in, come on in. Type in your pound or hashtag and your 4 ones, the opening of the spirit realm. Come on in. So, real quick, we're going to dive right in. I'm Nicole, I'm Ray V, founder of Spiritual Guidance Academy, and we help you hear from God. We help you learn how to master your spiritual gifts and learn all about spiritual guidance. So, come on in, type in your pound and your 4 ones, the opening of the spirit realm. And what that does is it creates the opportunity. All right. So, those things that go bump in the night, we're getting ready for our membership for January. Our January live Zoom is getting ready to happen in about 30 minutes. And that's where we have read talk about things that we don't discuss on YouTube. It gives you an opportunity to really ask questions and not feel judged, but to just lay it out on the line and get direct guidance, coaching, and just what you can't get publicly and without, again, any judgment. So, love and hugs and all that. Before we do get started, subscribe, hit that thumbs up button for me. And I thank you so much for showing me some love. And hit the little bell so you'll be notified when I do come back over with more free spiritual guidance. And you're going to start seeing some of our partners come over as well. So, what are the things that go bump in the night? What is that all about? Well, we know as children, we were paranoid by certain things that we heard at night and some of what we saw during the day. We knew that there were some things that were freaking us completely out. I want you to comment and share what those things were that you remember. I'll start. Vampires and werewolves freaked me out. I never watched scary movies because what I saw through my mind's eye, I wasn't aware it wasn't being seen through these eyes. Okay. So as a child, I knew that I was seeing demonic images, I was seeing ungodly things, and I was seeing godly energy. I was seeing beautiful, welcoming, friendly energy, but I was also seeing the opposite. And so on TV, I never wanted to see that because then it was a purposeful sit down, sit in front of the TV. You're either with family or not. And if that trailer came on, it would throw me completely off because we're all there. No one's acting like they're bothered by it. And why is it right there after I'm just watching something, fun and happy? So those kinds of things would throw me off. The things that we see are real. And when you're a child, that stuff is real. To the point of, have you ever seen a child completely freaked out from going back inside of their room? I know that many of our spiritual superstars have experienced this. And I know that some of your children or the children in your family have experienced this too. The stuff that goes bump in the night are real. It can very well be demonic energy. It can very well be ungodly energy. Here's the twist. It can also be of God. It can also be divine. It is so important that you know the difference and you teach it. It's so imperative. One of the ways that we decipher energy from being of God or not of God is through our spirit of discernment. And we deepen our spirit of discernment by deepening our faith into our infinite power. We deepen in the Word of God, and that can be through any sacred spiritual text that you choose. We pray, which means we give worship to our Creator. We meditate, which means we are detoxifying our human from the energy that is fear-based, and that's our human's makeup. We join forces or allies with other people of God that believe in the Most High, that are focused on good energy, good vibes, and we watch our diet. We watch our intentions. We watch our own energy. So our diet comes in what we eat. Do we eat for fuel? Are we eating a bunch of sweets and unhealthy foods? That is a serious concern. That saying, we are what we eat, is real. So when we're throwing our human off balance by not engaging in a healthy dose of physical activity, watching what we eat, what we ingest, it throws our connection off. We then begin to be more susceptible to unwanted energy. Our intentions also. What are we feeding ourselves spiritually, energetically? Are we allowing other people that might not have good intentions or might be lower vibration than we are sway us? We have to watch the company we keep. So those things that go bump in the night could be either or, okay? And it's super important that you know the difference. So what I just shared with you was how you know the difference. And practice that. You don't get better overnight, so don't give up. Continue to practice by deepening your relationship with our Creator. You may want to attend church. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Many of you have been wronged by church members, have had really difficult situations happen in the name of God, but in a church or at home or wherever, but in the name of God. And just know that it wasn't of God. God doesn't mean to hurt you. God doesn't want us to hurt over and over and over again. So these things that go bump in the night, you can see out of the corners of your eyes, the peripheral, you can see and feel. You may feel something like it's sitting on your chest. You may feel something wake you up. You may feel and see it. How many of you have awakened to seeing something standing there, to feeling like something is literally holding you down? How many times have you tried to wake up and you couldn't wake up easily? It was a struggle to wake up. Those are the things that go bump in the night. And that is spiritual attack. It is warfare. And here's the deal with that, is that it can be an attack directed from somebody else, which is why I teach you how to go hard with that. And we're going to talk about that tonight in our membership. So if you have not enrolled in our membership, get over there and enroll. Let me make sure you've got the link. Okay, there's your link to the membership right there. We're going to talk about it because I'm a believer when your family is under attack, when your kids are under attack, when you're under attack, when your spouse is under attack, your partner is under attack, whomever it is that is close to you, that you definitely want to go hard. That's what I was taught. And we learn some things generationally. Energy is real. So you don't control energy, you transform it. You can transfer energy. And I'm a believer in working with the Most High. I'm a believer in working with our ancestors. I'm a believer in working with my spiritual team. So those things that go bump in the night, you can actually see them, and they may manifest as in smoke. They may manifest in someone that you feel is friendly. They may look friendly. They may come off as being friendly and kind, which is why you've got to learn your spirit of discernment. Some people come at you and they are trying to act like they're helping you and they're totally not. Do the same thing to children. They prey on children. So those things that go bump in the night, you want to make sure you bump back, but you bump back with the Spirit of God. You use the Most High. You call on Alpha and Omega, and that's your armor. If this is making sense to you, hit the thumbs up button. If it's not, ask the questions, and I promise you I will come back to this video and answer you. But get over to our membership so that you can really ask me one-on-one, and you can engage other teachers and partners that are going to be teaching you in our membership as well. Okay? Jim, thank you so much for letting me know that it makes sense to you. Divine love and light and protection to you too. So we're going to talk about this for a little bit longer. We've got our membership in about 20 minutes. It's $1.99 per month. And you're going to hear from not only me, but other teachers. You're going to take advantage of a plethora of expert guidance. You have to have an assortment, I believe. And we are so gifted. Anyone that is open to partnering up with Spiritual Guidance Academy, you let me know. Text message our business line. I'll put the number right here. Just text that number. And it's super simple. There's an option where you don't have to pay. You can pay. You don't have to. But we want you to get clients. We want you to put yourself out there. And we want to help you build your business. Because if you're willing to give value to people and be in your integrity, then we want to help you grow. That's what this whole collective movement is about. And we want to be a part of it. We want spirituality to reflect the diversity that we believe the Most High always intended it to be. And spiritual industry is just not there yet, but it's getting there. And we're going to make sure that we're a part of that, seeing it happen. So the things that go bump in the night, you want to make sure that you trust and believe your intuition. You have to know the difference between your human fear and the way the Most High is talking to you. So I teach you that in our ebook. The ebook is under $5. Get the ebook. You're going to learn the code. You've got to know the code. In the heat of the moment, you won't be able to get in touch with me. You won't be able to get in touch with anybody else but God. And you've got to know what God is saying to you. You've got to trust God's voice. And God's voice is not just coming to you verbally. So you've got to know the way the Most High reaches out to you. And you've got to respond. You've got to take action. Okay? What happens when you go into your kid's room and they're struggling to wake up? What do? What happens when you wake up and you see something standing in front of you and then it fades away? What's that all about? You need to know how to respond to that. What happens when your child says they just saw grandpa and grandpa's been dead for 5 years? What do? Do you believe your child? Your child never met grandpa, but just told you exactly how he looked. What do you do? What do you say? You've got to know how to respond, and you've got to do it courageously. We don't necessarily do it fearlessly. Okay, spiritual superstars, spirituality is very simple, but we don't necessarily do it fearlessly because our human is involved in that process, and our human is fear-based energy, period, point blank. You are the soul within your human. You are connected with our creator. But there's another energy within you and around you and covering you. Our human is meant to protect us, but our human has been taught. Our human has a rule to go by, a playbook called life. Teachers, parents, bosses, co-workers, society, experiences have taught our human. Then all of a sudden you wake up. Some of you are born naturals. You know this stuff has always been happening to you, right? Some not so much. That's okay. But then how do you transform that? How do you transition into being comfortable with this happening? Sometimes it's a matter of you taking a step back and listening to your human. What is your human telling you? Because your human is going to see that thing that goes bump in the night and automatically get afraid. Okay? What are you going to feel? You're going to feel spiritually guided spiritual communication. You're going to feel SGSC. Type that in the chat. Excuse me. You're going to feel SGSC. Okay? SGSC. You're going to feel that. And I'm going to type in you actually go on ahead and click the link that you see over there. And then I'm going to try to click another, let me see, I'm going to click another link. I'm going to put another link in here that will give you exactly what you need to figure that one out. SGSC, okay? That's spiritually guided spiritual communication. Your human is going to feel it. Your human alerts you. Your human alerts you before you even see it, right? You know that when there's something standing behind you, you turn around and you don't see anything with your human eyes, or you do. Either way, it is spiritual. Energy doesn't lie, and you are energy. And so you're not lying to yourself. Hello? You're not lying to yourself. And your human is there to support and validate that. Because what you just felt was a metaphysical reaction to the energetic exchange between you and whatever else is right there. Between you and whatever else is right here. Between you and whoever else just touched your cheek. Between you and whatever else is trying not to get you to wake up. Between you and whatever else is going bump in the night. Between you and whatever else is trying to get at your energy in some kind of way, whether it's beautifully blessed like your twin flame or your soulmate, or whether it's a hater who is envious and jealous of you or your loved one or your relationship or your family life or your job or your purpose or whatever. You got to know the difference, right? So spiritually guided spiritual communication. And let's see. Let me see. Let me put the right link on there, spiritual superstars. So when you got things that are going, let's see, bump in the night, I want you to know how to handle that. All right, let's see. All right, there's the link. There's the link. I want you to get your ebook. That's it right there. Under $5. It's about 300 pages. All you have to do is click the links inside of it to go right to what you need. Okay? A business partner of mine and a client. She's a beautiful soul in her Saturn return. That's when you're extremely tested. We're going to talk about that in another video. But I'm going to coach you on it in our membership. So if you're between 27 to 31, you definitely want to get over there. If you just left 31, oh my goodness, you got to know how to make it happen in your life. This is a precious time in your life. Okay? Precious time in your life. You got to know what to do. Okay? So she's standing in front of the microwave. All of a sudden, she hears, "You getting ready to have a baby." And she's like, "What? Getting ready to have a baby?" She hears you pregnant. What happens? Her right eye starts jumping, starts twitching. Okay? Right eye starts twitching. Right? Yes, you may, Deb. Oh, absolutely. Purchase it on a later date. Purchase it as soon as possible so that you can start your year off right, girl. You want this, okay? You definitely want this. Your own ebook, your own guidebook, and the membership too. Purchase it when you can. Just jump in. Okay, you're going to take advantage of everything that's in there, all the benefits. What that meant was she received spiritually guided spiritual communication that validated what God just told her. And she was thinking, I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I'm ready to have a baby. That is what has been in her energy. All of a sudden, boom, she opens the microwave, hears that, you're getting ready to have a baby. You're pregnant. What? It's like, I'm not pregnant. You're getting ready to have a baby. Her eye starts twitching. Okay? So you have to know what that means. What does it mean when your right eye starts jumping versus your left eye? What does it mean? Right? You have to know what that means. It means something very specific. How do I know this? I've been living my life this way. This is the way that I've lived my life. So I've got 44 years of living my life a certain way and recognizing it since before I was 6. But when I was 6, that's when everything opened up for me. That's when I realized, wait a minute, this is not this stranger danger. If a spirit is asking to enter my body, that's stranger danger, and I'm not with that. My mama taught me no, stranger danger, no, and take off. So at 6, I realized, hold up, there's a difference between my angels, God. Okay, I'm having tea parties with my angels. Everything is good. I know God. I know God, how God talks to me. I know when and I know when someone's saying something with their soul and when they're not, when they're saying it verbally, and the difference. I'm hearing different messages come from one person at the same time so I can feel and hear their true intentions and I can know that, stay away from that danger. All of that's going on. But at 6 years of age, everything changed and things got real. And I got really afraid. I was about 4 or 5. when I ran out of the house. My mom wasn't there. I did have a babysitter. I ran out of the house. I'm sorry, I ran back inside the house. The door shut after me. As soon as I went to turn around, someone jumped on me. I couldn't get up. It was a grown man holding me down. I called on God. I could see my angels. I could see a bunch of angels. I didn't know if it was Jesus. I didn't know Baha'u'llah. I didn't know the names. I didn't know Muhammad. I didn't know Zoroaster. I didn't know any names. Okay. I knew what I saw. And what I saw was a convergence. And what I felt was immediately the weight was lifted up off of me. And all I could see when I was down like this, my whole body was covered. I could see his hands on my hands, his arms like just holding me down. I couldn't move. And all of a sudden, I could see my angels coming in from everywhere. And I felt his weight lift off of me, fly off of me. As soon as I turned like this, I could see him flying back in the air, flying backwards in the air. And he looked at me like he saw a ghost. Well, I've never forgotten the way his face looked. He ran out that door so fast, I never saw him look back. Never saw him again until one day I did. I saw him again in the store, the grocery store. And I was with my mother. And I remember when I saw that face, it was like I was looking at the devil. Trust your kids. Energy doesn't lie. Don't have everybody up in your house. Don't let everybody around your children. Teach the babysitters. Teach the siblings that are watching kids. Teach them. Okay? Teach them. Hey, Romanda. Hey, everybody. So the things that go bump in the night, we got to be clear on what they are, but we also have to know what to do. Okay? You got to know the code, and you got to know the sequence. A client of mine, God rest her soul, she purposely started coaching with me because she was a mama, and thank you. And you know, she's absolutely here. She just said, you can go on ahead and tell the story, Nicole. I could see the crystals that she kept on her, I could tell her my name. Her name was Rachel. Her name is Rachel, excuse me. Crystals on her coffee table. And she knew her kids were spiritually gifted and aware, and she wanted to make sure she did her part in teaching them about spirituality. And she also wanted to be of service, use her spiritual gifts. And her daughter would say things to her, and her son did too, mostly her daughter, that let her know that angels were around her. And there was a situation where they could smell smoke, and it was really strong. so strong that she got her kids out of the house. And the fire people came and everything, couldn't smell anything. There was no smoke, no nothing. They could not smell anything. She said, I can smell it. I know that there is a fire here. You can't smell that. It was driving her crazy because they thought she was crazy. Family, oh, you lost it. We don't smell it. No one else smelt it except for her and her daughter. They left. Everyone left. The fire happened in the walls. Electrical fire. She smelt it. Her daughter smelt it before it happened. These things happen. And you have to pay attention. And you have to be okay being the oddball. You have to know what it feels like when right here is just tingling. Just right here. Just this line, your hairline. What does that mean when it's just your hairline? Get the book. Get the book, How to Hear from God. So I'm going to get going. We got 5 more minutes before we start our membership private Zoom for the month. Definitely get with me if you are ready to partner up with Spiritual Guidance Academy and you need clients, you need customers for your products, you need a warm market. We're a family. I can't do it myself. I need your help. You're gifted. You're an expert at something, health and wellness, holistic medicine, spirituality, any part of wellness, mental, emotional, financial. Come on, we're my financial experts. We got one of y'all over there. We need more. My readers, mental health experts, counselors, relationship coaches, healers, consultants. Where are you? We want you. Because what I have learned is networking is key. And how can we be a part of this collective movement when we're all connected energetically, yet we still try to do this third dimensional alone, or think we have to heal the world by ourselves? Can't do that. Can't do it by ourselves. We weren't meant to. That's why we feel each other. That's why we're connected. We're already assigned and aligned to certain people. So my job is just to help you, help us get those connections going. So yes, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Sorry for the shaking. Thank you so much for always blessing our family. And I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Let me put the link up here again so that you can go on ahead and get in our membership. It is $1.99. It will be like that for the whole entire 2022. And if you are partnering up with Spiritual Guidance Academy to teach, to give value in an effort for you to get some clients, get some customers, because yes, we believe in the giving and receiving. You are to be a business owner using your gifts. Okay, doctors do it all the time. I'm a holistic doctor. You've got physical therapists, you've got teachers, right? You've got counselors, you've got drivers, professional drivers, you've got chefs, dog trainers. Come on. This is a give and receive third dimensional reality. We navigate that third dimensional reality by being of value. And we receive because we subscribe to the universal code. That is a universal balance. You give value, you receive. All right, spiritual superstars, I love y'all. Comment down below and let me know what other topics you'd like to see us and be a part of that discussion. Mwah. I love y'all. I'll see you over there on the inside.